I never thought I'd be the one to walk away from the only home I'd ever known. But there I was, staring at the dusty horizon of our Wyoming ranch, feeling the weight of 10 years crashing down like a summer storm. My name's Emily Carter, and for a decade, I'd poured my soul and my savings into keeping that place afloat. $35,000, gone like dust in the wind, all to cover the mortgage on the family spread, pay the bills that piled up like tumbleweeds, and even fund my brother Jake's latest half-baked online course that went nowhere. They called me the Rock, the one who always stepped up. But when I finally hit pause, just once, Mom looked me dead in the eye and said, "You're just the checkbook.
Eminência.
Get out." They wiped me from the deed behind my back, chuckled over the records I'd kept to stay sane. And the kicker?
I didn't hear it from them.
I stumbled on it because they got sloppy. How do you turn your back on kin who only kept you around while the money flowed? Do you even call them family after that? It was pushing 7 in the evening, and I hadn't uttered a word to a soul all day. My little apartment in Cheyenne was dead quiet, save for the fridge's hum and the faint whistle of wind sneaking through the window seals. I hunched over the kitchen table, eyeing a mug of coffee gone stone cold, the kind that doesn't pretend to hold any warmth anymore. My phone buzzed on the counter, screen lighting up with Mom's name, Sarah. She'd rung 4 times already. All dodged. Texts stacked up too. I wasn't ready to face them. Not yet. I grabbed the phone but froze, opting instead to pull up my banking app. There it sat, mortgage aid. $980. Auto-drafted every third Tuesday. A decade back. It felt like salvation. Now, just a noose tightening slow. It all kicked off with a call from Sarah 10 years ago, right as I'd landed my first real gig after business school. "Honey, we're a hair behind on the ranch payments," she'd said.
Ne signe permanent.
"Just till we sell some cattle." I was green, shoes barely scuffed, thinking family meant riding through thick and thin. So I said yes. Always yes. Back then, I figured reliability equaled love. 3 months. That was the pitch. But months blurred into seasons. Seasons into years. I climbed the ladder at work, shuffled apartments twice, juggled folks' finances by day, building portfolios, crunching numbers. Yet I couldn't cut loose from the one drain sucking me dry. The asks shifted too, from sorries to straight-up demands. "Wired early this month? You know how ranch life pinches." Sarah's tone chilled over time, turning scripted, like she knew I didn't need the honey anymore. I started tracking it all. Every transfer, every excuse, notes like Mom, March, vet bills, Dad's meds, Jake's coding class flop, a spreadsheet hidden on my desktop, a ghost reminding me of the toll. It wasn't the cash that gutted me, it was the fade of thanks, of basic respect, of love's unwritten code. Last month was my birthday. I drove out to the ranch near Casper, picked up my own cake from that old bakery in town, chocolate with raspberry. Same as always. Didn't expect fireworks. Just a nod, maybe. Walking into the kitchen, cake box in hand, Sarah barely glanced up. "Oh, you got dessert." Nice touch. Jake sprawled on the couch, remote in grip, grinned and snatched the biggest slice. "Chocolate? Score." They chowed down. Laughed. No one asked about my life. No happy birthday. I washed the dishes after. Hit the road back to Cheyenne that night. Tears came not from hurt, but the sheer ridiculousness of hoping for different. There's a bone-deep weariness that hits not from grinding work, but from being the invisible fix. The answer they never celebrated. Tonight. Poring over a decade of statements. I couldn't recall the last time anyone in that crew checked if I was holding up. I reread Sarah's latest text. Need the mortgage cover this week. Like clockwork. I scan my sparse apartment, mine. All mine. For ages. The quiet bugged me.
Now.
It soothed.
No boot stamping goals.
No Jake cranking the TV.
No 12.6.
I muttered it half aloud. Maybe they never wanted a hand up. Just a handout with strings. My phone vibrated again.
Sarah.
I lifted it, thumb hovering.
Then.
Deliberate. I hit edit contact. Backspace till it was gone. Screen dimmed. Kitchen light softened as dusk bled to dark. I curled on my beat-up couch, the one I'd wrestled up 3 flights solo 6 years back, nursing reheated coffee dregs. The lamp threw a warm glow over my laptop. Screen alive with figures I knew cold, mortgage wires, utility covers, unrepaid loans. Each entry a date. Sum. Reason. Quiet proofs of care.
But no one named them that.
First year. Sarah gushed. You saved us.
Eminencia.
By year 3. Sent it yet. Now? Crickets unless I slipped. Then blame. Jake cracked once at a barbecue. Beer loose. M's our banker. The responsible one. Huh. He elbowed me like insiders. I didn't chuckle. No one noticed. Lately, it dawned. The more I gave, the less they valued it. Not generosity anymore, duty. I wasn't aiding. I was slotted in, script handed, smile expected. Not long ago, I headed to the ranch for a weekend check-in.
No fanfare.
Just habit. Stocked their fridge. Fixed the leaky well pump. While Sarah rustled dinner, I stepped out for my notebook, physical backup of transfers, to feel real, to know my efforts counted. Left it on the table 10 minutes. Back. Jake's in my seat, leafing through like a comic.
Raw fix.
Electric. My art class.
Zam. Sis.
Keeping tabs. He laughed. Sarah too. Not malice. I figured. But routine.
To them.
My ledger wasn't sacrifice, just a gag. I could have taken a fight. At least my words would have landed. But laughter? That cut deeper than shouts. In the guest room that night, still unchanged, I stared at the wobbly ceiling fan. Not mad yet. Exhausted. The sting under your ribs when can see your love as convenience. Not heart. I don't need cheers, I whispered. But mockery? That's a scar. Morning. I packed pre-dawn. Slipped out quiet. On the drive. A podcast droned. Volume low. Sarah's old echo. We're nothing without you. Years since she'd voiced it. Back in Cheyenne. I lit a candle. Journaled Oprah's line. You teach folks how to treat you by what you tolerate. Underlined twice. Wasn't ready to halt the money. Habits rooted in love die hard. But I slowed replies. Skipped explanations for delays. Killed autopay. Time they asked fresh. Time I heard the tone. That evening. Chopping veggies. Phone buzzed. Sarah. Jake's roughing it. Bump this month's a bit?
Do your thing.
No, how ya? No thanks. Just assumption. Hit like a gut punch. I hadn't been daughter long. Just fall back. 3 years back.
Ide brateagie. Promotion.
Solid insurance. Fewer nights. Dared dream homeownership. Modest condo in town. Brick front. Wood floors creaking. Balcony for coffee and stars. Walked it. Sun slanting perfect. Felt like freedom, me. Not backup. Paid deposit.
Pre-approved.
Realtor grinned. Closing soon. Kept it mum from the ranch. Wanted one thing mine. But 2 days on, Sarah called. Voice oddly soft. Dad's got bad toothache. Bills steep. Wouldn't ask if not dire. Sat on my bed. Staring floor. Knew the drill. Still stung. Need you to handle it. This once. Phrase worn thin. Called realtor hour later. Something came up. Polite disappointment. Deposit back weeks later. Wired same to Sarah that day. Journaled. Temporary.
Didn't buy it.
Resentment's the hidden fee of yes men. I'd paid compound. That spring. Logged not just dollars. But thefts. Skipped trip. Past jacket. Elusive piece. Summer hit with Facebook ping. Jake posted. Him by shiny black truck. Grill gleaming. Caption. Treating myself. Earned it. Mouth dry. I stared. Ramen cooling beside. 10 days straight. Cheap noodles to stretch after dental wire. Him grinning billboard big. Called Sarah. Saw Jake's post.
Pause.
The truck. He's had it tough. Let him have joy. Gripped phone. So, the money I don't nitpick. He struggled. No words left. That night.
Shift permanent.
Maybe not backup foundation. They leaned. Never bore weight. Started saving proofs. Wires. Guilt texts. Jokes. Receipts. Not vengeance.
Clarity.
Weeks rolled. Sarah called casual about insurance. Dad's or ranch. Blurred now. Cover next week. Window gaze. City humming dusk. Life onward.
No.
Line crackled silent. Not reflective. Calculating. Letting us sink. Sharp. No answer owed. I'd rehearsed old. Apologize. Explain. Not now. Hung up. Scrolled texts. Early ones had thanks, grateful. Faded year 3. I'd condition them. Silence as consent. Help default. Well, endless. Lunch at dusk. Facebook notify. Sarah tagged Jake. Photo. Arms linked before ranch. Hallmark smiles. Caption. Grateful to my son Jake for steadying our home. Blessed beyond. Throat tight. That was my sweat sleepless mortgage checks. Side gigs for emergencies. Foregone breaks. Ruined birthdays. Comments. Jake's a stand-up guy. Family cares true. Typed actually. I deleted. It was me, gone. No point yelling where your echo's unwanted. Saved post. Printed home. Pinned journal under week 42. Unpaid. Noted. Last thread.
Didn't need change from them.
Needed truth loud.
Kill hope.
Spreadsheet full. Labeled meticulous, yet invisible to them. Dinner prep. Cousin Mia's voice note. Family chat mishap. Played. Sarah's sarcasm soft. She's touchy. Let her stew. She'll crawl back. Didn't crawl. Stood taller. Made first move. Back to ranch post silence was an olive branch. Test. Change. Feel my nose void. Invite text casual. Mortgage cleared. Small shindig weekend. Swing by. Hesitated. Thought. Face and pre-final cut. Drove under vast Wyoming sky. Heart pounding like thunderheads building.
Pulled up dusty drive.
House unchanged, faded paint. Sagging porch.
Inside.
Chatter. Plates clinking. Sarah mid-story to kin. And Jake sealed the deal. Paid off that stubborn mortgage. Froze doorway. My money. My grind. Jake beamed. Accepted slaps. No glance my way. Uncle Ted. Proud of you?
Boy.
Real man steps up. Nodded along. But inside, storm raged. How erase me so clean? Slipped out unnoticed. Drove home tears blurring highway. Not betrayal fresh, realization. I was ghost in my story. Next day. Email from bank. Account alert. Unusual activity. Logged in frantic. Transfers from my savings to ranch account. $2, 500. Heart sank.
How?
Then remembered. Years back. Power of attorney for dad's health stuff. They'd abused it. Forged access. Legal fog cleared sharp. In U.S. That's fraud.
Breach.
Called lawyer pal. Clara. Document everything.
Revoke.
File report if needed. Mind raced inner. Why? Weren't 10 years enough? Felt violated. Trust shattered beyond repair. But deeper. Pity stirred for them. Trapped in greed. For me. Blind so long. Printed logs. Filed revocation at courthouse. No suit yet. Wanted peace. Not war. But silence broke. Sarah texted furious. How dare you freeze us out? After all we've done. Laughed bitter.
Done.
Typed back. All you've done is take.
Blocked.
Weeks quiet. Then voicemail mishap. Meant for Jake.
Pocket dialed me.
Sarah's voice. If she cared, she'd keep paying. She's no daughter, just the wallet. Played thrice.
No tears. No fury. Calm.
They'd rewritten me to justify. Not helper system to blame on fail. Called Sarah. Recording this. Know about deed transfer.
Autodebits.
POA abuse. Wasn't me, docs say otherwise.
Signature.
Notary.
Voice.
Murmur. Didn't think you'd cut off. Not apologizing. Confirming who you are. Walk away, no welcome back.
Whom? Dorshit.
Changed all. Passwords. Accounts. Emergencies. Lawyer's office Monday. Docs handed. Ready for no contact order?
No.
Just block their plays. Home. Deleted chats. Blocked platforms. Whispered. Grieving ghosts long gone. Late to wake. 2 days on. Email. Know what they did. Proof. Signed Oliver. Dad. Rain pattered windows. Chest heavy. Tuesday dawn. Sleepless. Email at 3:11 a.m.
Ghost-like.
Brief. Should have told sooner. My fault. Attachments. Overdue notices. Penalties. Foreclosure warns 8 months back. Ache mixed. Disappointment. Relief. Oliver always silent. Porch sitter.
Non interferer. Now.
Watching all along. Bank letter months prior was an error. Clue. He'd listed my email backup. Truth slipped through. They knew collapse. Yet smiled. Assured fine. Let me pour into void. Reread. Thought you'd forgive. Wrong about them. You. Confession. Heavy.
Late.
Saved. Labeled testimony. No reply. Nothing left. Afternoon. Forwarded wallet recording to Mia. Quick reply. Don't drag me. Uncomfortable.
Typed.
Deleted responses. Sent. Not asking choice. Hoped you'd made one. Deleted thread. Hurt clean. Truth's blade, no bleed.
Clarity.
No victim feel. Finished. Night. Reviewed all. Email.
Date.
Statements. Marginal notes. Screenshots. Not case building. Remembering. Evidence anchors against rewrite. Prepping work next day. Buzz. Unknown. Missed call. Voicemail. Froze. Casper Regional Hospital. Didn't play immediate. Not ready to care. But could I? Voicemail car speakers. Parked office. Regarding Oliver Carter. Admitted stroke symptoms. Your emergency contact. Call back.
Still.
Why me? Early chaos. I'd filled forms. Sarah said Oliver forgets. Jake skips paper. Signed just in case. Now case. Packed light. Reality folder. Drive to Casper like past dive. Familiar, yet alien. Hospital. Nurse. Still listed. Surprises me. Sarah absent. Jake too. Oliver in oversized bed. Hand still. Breath shallow.
Machine humaine dialogue.
Sat distant but reachable. Silence less cruel than years' words. 2 years back. Post fender bender. Called Sarah. Need $400 loan. Spent savings on your bill. Clipped. Tight here. Helping Jake. Haunts now. Eyeing man who watched dismissal. Oliver stirred. Eyes met. Emily. Here. They ignored me. Should have spoken. Nodded. Should have acted. Eyes shut. No apology needed anymore. Left pre-hour. Unseen in.
Out.
Week later. Facebook breakroom scroll. Post tagged. R.I.P. Gramp. Family together beautiful.
Stared.
Grandpa passed. Funeral done. No word. Erased from grief. Photo. Sarah front. Flowers, Jake beside. Kin smiling whole. Whispered. Accept casket pair. Wired year prior. Planning.
Gave blind.
Quiet Sunday. Drove cemetery alone. Knelt stone. Laid white flower. Envelope base. Mortgage summary copy. Top red. Not forgiveness. Record. Walked no look back. Home. Thick envelope mailbox. Law firm Sarah's emails mentioned. Inside. Petition dispute asset ownership. Read Sunday morn. Laundry day turned war. Legalese blur. Core clear. Contributions gifts. No expectation. Unreciprocated gifts hit thrice. Not shock, lived gaslight. Now court dressed. Erasing not name. Memory of Carrie. Contacted Clara. Rattle attempt. Respond validates. If not, silence shouts loudest win. Sat with it. No proof needed. No duty reply.
No grave acknowledgement.
Outgrown justification. Released. Closet purge. Guilt holiday boxes. Unreciprocated cards. No burn done. Not mad. Walls cleared photos. Magnets. Maya Angelou echo. Changed by happenings. Refuse reduced. Apartment lighter midweek. Frames hikes. Walks. Selfies. Selfies were names just cup scribble. Typed firm. Acknowledge petition.
No action.
Contributions ceased July 3rd. 2022. Name only. Days quiet, no fallout. Silence satisfied deep. Saturday. Door envelope small. Block letters. Inside my spreadsheet printed. Highlighted. Note Sarah's hand. Hope closure. Held long. Not closure, confirmation. I didn't need. Morning light spilled clean. Spreadsheet their last jab. Dollars highlighted. Labels. Bottom. So forget not what you meant. Didn't forget. Documented. Printer hummed. Cease desist notarized. Access logs. Jake voicemail. Deed transfer. POA fraud. Envelope with spreadsheet. Sticky. Don't forget. Document. Mailed certified. But not end. Corner shop. 3 anonymous packages. First, Ranch Church, Sarah preached unity. Inside. Spreadsheet. Logs. Question. unity. Second, neighbor misses. Harlan. Bragged Sarah's tight ship. Deed copy. Note. Gave daughter's funds to son. Credited him save. Third, lender ethics division. Facts, statements.
Jake date. Timeline.
No name. Clara sent Sarah. Communication via counsel.
No Thais.
Obligations. Attempts harassment.
No suit. Door shield.
Morning. Wall above desk. Printed J quote, just wallet. Marker below. Never wallet. Foundation. Walked intact. Booked first guilt-free. 2-week cabin Yellowstone edge.
Me.
Journal.
Camera.
Sealed envelope $1. Label. Last give. No drama.
Absence.
Forgiveness, gift ungiven. Chose better, indifference. Returned co-sunned. Calm unseen by ranch. Voicemail waited. Voice soft.
Aged.
Heard happenings. Ready talk, not them.
You.
Here. Didn't delete. Story shifted, not left. Become. But pull lingered, humane tug. Lesson boundaries heal. Mind swirled, revenge hollow. Understanding bridges? New ending brewed. Not vengeance, redemption soft. Drove ranch unannounced. Heart thunder. Pulled up. Sarah porch. Eyes wide. Emily. Talk.
Inside.
Air thick. Jake kitchen. Avoid gaze. Dad, Oliver, couch. Post-stroke frail. Sat circle. Silence heavy. Why? Burst. Sarah tears. Feared lose everything. Greed blinded. Jake. Sorry.
Eminencia.
Took easy. Oliver. Silent coward. Inner. Rage ward empathy. They'd suffered too, foreclosure fear. Health scares. But boundaries. No more money. Respect or nothing. Dialogue raw. Thought you endless, Sarah admitted.
Taught wrong, I said.
Love's give take. Not drain. Jake nodded.
Shame.
Help me change? Not instant fix, drama lingered. But seed planted, family rebuilds with equity. Legal clear. Revoked POA. No fraud charge if amends. Humane pivot. Forgiveness earned. Lesson light. Boundaries foster true bonds. Weeks. Tentative calls. Not cash asks, check-ins. How you? Shared laughs.
Pains.
Inner peace bloomed. Revenge cycle breaks with understanding. Ranch visit. Helped mend fence, not pay. Labor side by side. Felt equal first time. Drama ebbed. Psychology surfaced. All flawed. Growth possible. Yet doubt nagged. Trust rebuild? Slow. Therapy suggested. Family sessions. Sarah agreed surprising. Missed you. Not wallet. Tearful. Jake enrolled course own dime. Proud texts. Oliver shared stories. Regrets. Inner monologue deepened. Was I enabler?
Yes.
But breaking free taught self-worth. Humane end, not cut off eternal. Doors cracked with locks. The cabin retreat had washed away the last remnants of bitterness, leaving me raw, but open, like the vast western skies after a cleansing rain. Back in Cheyenne. That voicemail from an old aunt, Eleanor. Dad's sister, hung in my mind, ready to talk about you. It wasn't a plea from the ranch crew, it was neutral ground. A bridge I hadn't burned. I called her. Voice steady, but heart racing. Aunt Ellie? It's Emily. Her sigh carried years. Child. I've watched from afar. They wronged you deep. But you're stronger for it. We talked hours, not blame.
But my path.
Boundaries aren't walls, she said. They're gates you control. Inner. Her words stirred hope. Fragile but real. Lesson light. Family isn't blood alone. It's chosen respect. Ranch Pulgrew. Drove there. Unbidden emotions surging like a flash flood. Sarah on porch. Aged by stress. Eyes pleading. Didn't expect you. Neither did I.
Inside.
Tension thick as sagebrush. Jake averted eyes. Shame etched. Oliver frail. Voice weak. Glad you're here. Circle sat. Air electric. Burst out. Why erase me? The deed. The lies. Tears flowed. Sarah. Panic. Ranch slipping. Health failing. Thought you'd always bail. Greed poisoned us. Jake. I took. Didn't earn. Sorry, doesn't cut. But it start. Oliver. Silent too long. Regret eats me. Inner storm. Rage clashed forgiveness. Dates suffered. Foreclosure terror. Stroke isolation. Empathy welled. Humane core. But firm. No more draining. Earn trust.
Dialogue t'anced.
Dramatic. Assumed you bottomless, Sarah confessed. Voice breaking. Taught that by giving endless. I countered. Tears hot. Love balances. Jake. Help me fix. Nodded wary. Not fairy tale mend. Scars lingered. Legal clarity, Clara advised. No charges if restitution. They offered partial repay plan. Symbolic. Accepted. Not for cash, for acknowledgement. Emotions intensified. Nights journaled turmoil. Betrayal ache versus healing pull. Am I weak for opening? No, strong for choosing. Family session started. Therapist neutral ground. Sarah opened. Lost sight of your heart in our needs. Jake admitted addiction to easy. Your support enabled my stalls. Oliver. Feared rocking boat. Drowned us all. My turn. Felt invisible. Used. Cathartic releases. Sobs shared. Inner. Vulnerability bonded deeper than dollars ever could. Ranch visits evolved. Helped chores. Not fund. Mending fences literal. Metaphorical. Laughter crept in.
Tentative.
Jake job hunted own. Texted triumphs. Interview nailed. Proud swelled. Sarah cooked favorites. Asked dreams. What about you? First in years. Oliver shared tales. Wisdom. Family's work. Not given. Lesson embedded. Boundaries prevent collapse. Foster growth. Yet setbacks. Argument flared. Old habits. Sarah hinted aid. I shut down. No. Earn. Hurt flashed. But respect followed. Inner conflict peaked. Forgive fully? Slow process. Humane arc. Not revenge triumph. Redemption through understanding. American West spirit. Rugged individualism meets communal heal. Months in. Equilibrium. Birthday came. Drove ranch voluntary. Cake waited. Chocolate raspberry. Happy birthday.
Eminência.
You're our heart. Tears mutual. No erasure. Inclusion earned. Inner peace profound. Walked away once. Returned wiser. Light lesson. True family rebuilds on equity. Forgiveness boundaries guarded. The Wyoming winds whispered change as I navigated the rebuilt paths with my family. Emotions now a torrent where once a trickle. The therapy sessions had peeled layers, exposing wounds that festered unseen. But healing brought waves of catharsis that crashed harder each time. Sarah's breakdown in one meeting. I see now, I turned my daughter into a lifeline. Not a life. Her sobs echoed my own buried pain, stirring a empathy so deep it ached. Jake's confession. Your money let me hide from failure. I stole your future. His voice cracked. Eyes pleading redemption, I granted tentatively. Heart swelling with reluctant love. Oliver's quiet regret. My silence was betrayal. Forgive an old fool. Tears streamed as I nodded. Inner voice screaming relief amid sorrow. Drama crescendoed in a family hike through the plains, symbolic trek. Arguments erupted. Old grievances resurfaced like buried mines. You laughed at my ledger, I accused. Voice raw. Sarah halted. We mocked what scared us, your independence. Jake, I envied your strength. Oliver, I failed as father. Wind howled, mirroring turmoil. But resolution, hugs amid tears. Promises forged in vulnerability. We'll learn you daily, Sarah vowed. Inner, floodgates open, grief for lost years. Joy for rebirth. Humane depth, flaws humanize. Not villainize. Legal ties severed clean, full POA revocation. No fraud pursuit, choice for peace. They initiated repay. Small monthly. Not obligation but gesture. Accepted. Emotion surging. Not about money anymore, acknowledgement. Ranch transformed. Shared decisions. My input valued. Jake's first paycheck party. Simple barbecue.
Toast to growth. Doink.
Who taught us boundaries. Laughter genuine. Heartful. Yet deepest emotion. Solitary reflections. Journaled under stars. Betrayal shattered. But fragments reformed stronger mosaic. Lesson luminous. In American West vastness. Isolation teaches self-reliance. Connection. Chosen. Enriches. No perfect end. Drama lingers subtle. Occasional doubt. Slip back. But tools armed. Communication. Therapy. Final visit. Sarah embraced long. You're home. Not helper. Tears flowed freer. Love purified. Story closed not in vengeance, but quiet triumph. Family redeemed through effort. Lesson light, boundaries breed deeper bonds. Forgiveness, a bridge walked together.